elected, and then the...
All right, well, I'd like to welcome everybody to our 5th general meeting. Tonight we're going to be talking about our spring hacking challenge. So it's been called a multitude of different things lately, but this is going to be our offensive cybersecurity challenge, which you guys get to participate in actually breaking into a network without any experience on my end. So tonight the goal is to kind of give you an overview of what this competition will entitle, give you a quick overview of what pen testing is and the attacking methodology. And then from there, it will be open to any questions. And if we have time, we'll show off pen testing suite, which is Coward Linux, which is used to be Backtrack. So let's begin. So what is the offensive hacking challenge all about? This challenge is not to take your simple, fresh, run-of-the-mill person and convert them into an anonymous hacker. We're not going to be teaching any black hat hacking or anything like that. We're going to be giving you the tools that encompass the same type of people, but we want to make sure that you understand where the law is and that we're providing a nice, safe setting for you to learn these tools, learn these skills and whatnot without actually attacking corporate networks. So what would you gain? These are actually images from last year's hackathon. Your login window is safe. So you shouldn't have a command prompt that's system.
No, you're supposed to run Explorer as system. How else do you get to the nice control panel?
I know. Your data is never secure. So any SQL database, most corporations do not really have a strong security policy and whatnot, and if they do, sometimes it's not actually implemented. So a lot of the times you just get blank databases like this. And also, the network is a very scary, scary place. And also, all your login forms belong to us. So if anybody from there last year, if you tried to log into this application here, had the wrong password, you got that. So pen testing is an art form. Some people would describe it as. You must know your targets, you need to know software tools, defense strategies that the company might be implementing, and also understand the human elements. Because all these systems are inherently weak because of humans. In some way, what? Anyways.
Did you call that, Richard?
Were you trying to restore the Mona Lisa?
Yes. So the analogy is, it's like going into kindergarten and picking up your pencil. We're going to be teaching you how to draw for the first time. So you're going to be learning how to draw. And eventually, as you gain more and more skills, you get better and better until eventually you perfect the art form.
That's a huge gap. Actually, I prefer that because it's a bit more postmodern. Yeah, so...
But yeah,
started with abstract art.
Oh, that's abstract art there. So, I mean, it's an art form. So, as you gain more insight into how networks are built, how people try to secure things, you start having intuition in it. And what we're trying to provide in this contest is take people with no intuition and help you jumpstart your intuition career. Or that's the goal, at least. So, there's actually attack methodologies. There's whole books written on this topic. And this is just taken off, or based off one of the many models of attack methodologies. So the first step is reconnaissance. What can an attacker gain that's publicly known? So this could be public email addresses, who's corporate contacts, things like that.
Dumpster diving.
Dumpster diving. I mean, there's a multitude of things that you can do as a pen tester to look into how a network's run, who are the people that you should maybe emulate, and get information off of them. And there's open source, there's open databases like Netcraft. I think you actually have to pay for Netcraft, but that there is just a multitude of emails and whatnot that you can gain access to. The next one is scanning, trying to find vulnerabilities. So I don't know, maybe in light of the Jurassic Park, but let's see this place.
That's why we have to think of like it.
Are there subtitles, and what language are they in?
Whatever language it's for, he used it.
So anyways, he's basically going, well anyways, he was basically going over the velociraptors they are testing weak points in the system. They're trying to find a way to escape. And that's one of the big things when you're going through a pen test is try to find a weak point in the system. You have a question?
Oh, nothing.
Or a comment of my Jurassic Park reference?
Do you have the clip of where the guy gets eaten off the toilet?
I would recommend go see that in theaters. It's 3D now.
Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
So there's different tools out there. InMap is one. And you can scan a network, gain where services are and whatnot. Also,
Richard, I lost my computer again. Can you help me find it?
and don't do what Tom does. Mapping public network infrastructure is illegal. Very, very illegal. If you're doing it internally, that's fine, but well, not internally in the fact of the UT's network. Internally as in your own network. But if you go out and try to find networks and whatnot, that's extremely illegal. Because the ISP can report you for abusing network resources. I mean, if you're in China, there's not much you can do, but if you're in America, there's laws. So the next step is to actually start attacking applications. And you could do cross-site scripting, you could inject SQL into applications. The point is to gain something that is out of state of the application, and you gain access to something that you shouldn't. And the Beef project is a cross-site scripting framework for things. So, and the next step is exploitation. If you find a vulnerability or whatnot, you want to exploit it to give you some access that you're not supposed to have. And there's frameworks out there. Metasploit is probably the most popular one. It's based here in Austin. So there's 3 components to an exploit: the actual exploit itself, and then no-op sled, which is for certain attacks. It's if you don't understand where you are in the address space, you can call your process that way in your payload. And your payload is something that takes that program out of state and gives you access. And then the last 2 is for if you're actually doing this in a professional environment, you analyze the data you collect based on the risk and whatnot, and then you present it to your boss, and you say you need to fix these things. So in summary, you look around, you find things, and you scan around the castle, and you find the weak points, and then you gain access somehow, and then you want to maintain access. So the guy becomes the king. I don't know. And then in most cases, you want to cover your tracks if you kind of should. So where's different things you can prepare as contestants if you're interested in this contest? Every Friday from basically last Friday on, we're going to be having hack nights. And what these hack nights are events where we'll walk you through some type of tutorial and whatnot, and then give you a problem where you have to figure it out, but you have access to all the people, all the officers that understand how these problems work. So this Friday we're going to be working on Smash the Stack puzzles. And we're going to be going over the first couple levels, show you how they work, hopefully have everybody contribute and figure out the first couple levels, and explain the tools that are used within those puzzles. Also, you can start playing with Kali Linux, which is a Linux live CD, and that live CD will boot up into a full pen testing OS that has all the open source software that you could ever want. And then we're always in the office. So what are some events outside of ComSoc that you can make? I guess this is a plug for JGOR and ATX. That's going to be this Friday. And I guess after our little hack night, we'll walk over.
We won't be there.
You won't be there?
Not this Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, we got missed out,
Other,
but
I mean,
it'll still be
other
running.
people will be, other
Yeah.
people will be there. I don't know how many of them will actually be helpful.
Okay. We'll walk over if not. DC 512 is this Thursday, Buffalo Billiards. It's a 21 and older event. There's some free C2H60 provided. C2H60. I don't think I'm allowed to put that in officially. And also there's the Austin Security Professional Happy Hour. And that's again, where's that, David, do you know?
It's way north.
Sherlock's Pub.
Oh, that's
It's like
not far.
183 and.
That's not that north.
That's not way north.
That's not Canada yet.
That's really like you walk north, which means it's
Well.
way north.
It's not
Well,
bicycle
Round Rock's way
accessible.
north.
So.
You might have to take a bus.
Georgetown's way
but-
north.
Some cars.
If you can still take a bus, if you can still
So,
take a bus, it's
are
not
there
that
any
far.
questions, general questions about methodology?
What is Smash the Stack and why should I care?
Okay, so Smash the Stack is, so it's basically a group of people came together and built all these different puzzles that encompass different security topics, ranging from OS security all the way, I guess, to cryptography. And what you do is you SSH into one of their servers, and you're level 1 user. And you have to exploit whatever program that level 1 user has access to gain level 2 privilege. And then from there you just walk the stages. And each level has a different bug or different concept that's for you to figure out. And they give you clues, they give you the source code, they give you something to work off of. And if I remember correctly, the harder levels have alternatives, so if you get stuck on a super hard level, you can take like a
That's for
alternative
noobs.
path.
Don't do the alternative levels.
Yeah, via elite and don't get there via alternatives, but
Well, you have to do the level and the alternative.
yeah. But it's a good way of looking into different topics that you wouldn't have exposure or you wouldn't think about. And it's hands-on rather than looking at a book that says, okay, this is theoretically possible, but this you actually have to implement yourself, figure out yourself, and then from there